Can I ask for a big salary increment, more than 30%, when negotiating my new job offer? Good question, and this was a question that I got asked on the DM a few days ago. Can I ask for a big salary increment when negotiating my job offer? So, big salary increment, 30, 40, 50%. Can I ask for anything that's more than the norm? And let me be honest with you and tell you that you can ask for whatever number that you want. Here are two things to make sure that you are successful in asking for whatever number that you want, and you want to make sure that you have these two things nailed down before you go and ask for it, if you really want to increase your chances for success. The first one is, have you packaged your background, skills, experiences, and value to convince the hiring manager, HR, or recruiter that you are deserving of this big salary increment that you talk about? Now, this first thing is really, really important to think through, is because a lot of people, when they tell me that, hey, maybe, I want to ask for more money, I want to ask for a higher salary, they usually don't have a clear justification for that, or they're unable to communicate that justification. So they'll just say that, like, well, I think I deserve it. I'm like, no, no hiring manager or HR is going to accept that justification, because it's not related to your achievements, it's not related to a business purpose, or also doesn't show what you can contribute in the future. So yes, you can always ask for a big salary increment, and I can tell you that I have clients who join my program, Corporate Survivor, and there were also a few of them who even able to negotiate up to 60-70% of their annual package. And how did they do that? It's because they were able to sell their value, and the new company saw it, right? So you can definitely do it, but my question to you is, have you successfully packaged your value in a way that the other people can understand, right? The new company can understand and say, hey, this candidate is really great because, she can do all these things, and if you were to bring her on, she can definitely achieve all these things. We don't have to worry about him or her. So the first part is your ability to package that. The second part actually is the trickier part, and I think a lot of people are not focusing on the second portion. And the second portion, to make sure that you are successfully able to negotiate a high salary increment, actually comes down to your inner confidence. Now, inner confidence, not just mindset, but your inner belief that you can truly deliver the value that commensurates the salary that you're asking for. So let me break it down. Now, a lot of people, when they want to ask for a huge salary increment, again, is based on feelings, is based on, well, I think online website says that the range should be this much, and therefore, I deserve it. Again, as I told you, you can definitely say this, but how you say this will then reflect your confidence. I think a lot of people, when they want to negotiate their salary, they also sound unsure. So if you sound unsure, it could mean that you're not confident because you yourself are not sure whether you even have the skills and experiences, and you're just trying your luck. And let me tell you that, for most people, trying their luck to ask for a big salary increment, most of the time is above 30 or 50%. We don't want to rely on luck for that, okay? So if even you have like the perfect script, do you have the confidence and true belief that you are worth that money? Because a lot of people, they want to ask, but when they communicate it out, they don't feel confident. And by that time, a lot of the hiring managers and HR, they already know that, like, oh, well, you're just trying your luck, and the chances of you getting it is almost non-existent. The second one is the people who maybe feel like, oh, I'm just entitled to this number because I saw somewhere online that someone else, similar experiences as me, is making this much, and therefore I deserve to get this much. Now, one thing that you're forgetting in this situation is it's not the same company, it's not exactly the same role, and the two of you are different people, right? So the portion around like the inner confidence is that we want to project that you are really, really sure that this is something that you have done before, and if they hire you, right, and if they pay you this big salary increment that you're asking for, then you can bring back 3 times, 5 times, maybe even 10 times the value as well. And you need to really believe it, because the way that we communicate also shows how much we believe in what we say. So even if you can say the sentences, you can read the words, but if you don't sound like you're sure, then you're not going to convince anyone else. And on the flip side, if you try to sound forceful or aggressive, then that's not really someone that companies want to hire, because they want to make sure that they are hiring someone who can get along with other people. And a candidate who comes in and like really demanding, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be earning because someone else is earning that, then they are externalizing their value to some other online website and not actually focusing on what this particular candidate can bring. Does that make sense? So I can tell you the stories of my clients who have been successful to get more than 30% in terms of salary increment for a new job. There's a lot of inner work that needs to be done. And I can tell you that for many of them, they have spent months in their existing job, in their current job, actually working to improve their performance, improve their confidence and competence before they go out there and search for opportunities. And by the time everything is set up right, because they know inside themselves, right, they are very, very clear to say, hey, I have worked hard, I have put in effort to improve my skills, and I'm a lot more confident in the way that I communicate. And after going through the job lessons that I teach that help them to reposition their value, they are now confidently able to communicate that. And that is a process. So, getting a huge salary increment, 30, 40, like I said, I have clients who manage to get up to 70%. It's not just a matter of like waiting till the salary negotiation 30 minutes and like trying to convince the hiring manager. It doesn't work like that, right? It comes from your inner belief, your real skills, and believing that, yeah, I'm really worth this much. And like this company, it will be a waste if this company doesn't hire me or doesn't see that. I'm just going to try in the next company. That's a big part of that confidence, because you know that, you have dedicated the time to improve yourself, right? And then the next part, of course, is the strategy part, right? Really thinking through your value positioning throughout your entire career. And that's something that I definitely teach in my 30-day job search bonus lessons in the Corporate Survivor, as well as the foundational 3-step career growth framework, which is really focused on long-term career development. So you can ask for whatever number that you want, but are you that person who is worth it? And can you convince the company hiring manager, HR, recruiter that you are really worth it? Can you communicate that, articulate that, and frame your value in a way that everyone can say that, oh, definitely I want to hire you. Definitely I'm just going to pay you whatever that you want, because we know that, if you come on, then you're going to be like a huge asset to the team. So as I said earlier, if you want to learn the step-by-step on creating value positioning, you can definitely download my 5-day career growth PDF guide. It will walk you through step-by-step on career clarity, job confidence, work competence, value positioning, as well as building your online brands so that you can kickstart your career success journey. With that, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.